What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody caught my interview with Sticks and Hammer. Check it out. But I'm back to the grind. And I was going through Twitter, and my homie Vibe High, who's going to be my next. Well, he might not be my next, but I've contacted him. I've contacted one Ali Shakur, one Vibe High, one President, CEO of Hotep Nation. We're going to sit down and chop it up, do the interview. It's coming. Keep your eye out. Y'all ask for Vibe High, you ask for Hotep Jesus, and Uncle Hotep will bring you Hotep Jesus. Best believe that. But anyway, back to the grind. And looking at his Twitter, and is this your black media? And he goes, of course, this is the root. You know, this is one of the tweets with like 4 pictures that tell a story. You know, how black voters saved Alabama. You know, remember Roy Moore versus Doug Jones, and black women tilted the tide. 98% voted for my man Doug Jones. And they saved Alabama. They saved everybody from Roy Moore. You know, Roy Moore was a high-key degenerate. I don't know, he just dated them young or some craziness. It's a whole different world down in Alabama and Arkansas. And it's hella different out there. Not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's different. You know, I'm from the Northeast. But black women in Alabama saved themselves last night. 12-13-17 by Terrell Jermaine Starr. First of all, how does Shine have 2 first names, man? Somebody tell me how this Shine got 2 first names. Terrell Jermaine Starr. These Shines is getting ingenuity, man. They're showing key ingenuity in this. You know, he gonna go by 2 first names. Now, Thursday, by our good friend Michael Harriot, Doug Jones and the Democratic Party just screwed black voters again. These Shines never learn. These Shines never learn. You know, you would think in the current year of our Lord 2018, the Shine would know the Democratic Party really does not have the African American, the Akadas, the Shines' best interest at heart. Let's just let's keep it a buck. They're gonna get y'all out of here one way or the other, and matter of fact, they're importing your replacement Shine. But the Shine thinks that the Democratic Party will look out. Give them a favor. Hit them up on the low. Get some more food stamps. Get some more Section 8. This is what the Shine wants. Look at him. Look at this guy. Now, I guess he voted for a bill. Wait. Politico magazine reports that on Wednesday, the Senate passed a bank deregulation bill that rolls back many of the regulations imposed on bank lenders. The bill passed with the support of the Trump administration. Republican senators and 17 Democratic senators, most of whom are considered to be moderate or conservative Dems. Legislation now moves to the House, where it's expected to pass. Doug Jones voted for this. Yes, indeed. Now he goes on to spill how Negroes is broke. You know, he's teaches at some college. You know what I mean? So he's got to make some cheddar. Well, but he goes in the spill. Negroes is broke. Negroes got no houses. Negroes don't got no generational wealth, and all this other jazz. It's funny. This is what kills me. Housing discrimination regulated African Americans to homogeneous, poor black communities with underfunded, segregated schools. Poor schools created the education gap. Okay. The education gap creates employment disparities. They just want to see this. This is how they get away with culture being different and not be able to use that. They'll mask it with, you know, the poor schools create the education gap. No, y'all poor ass our piss poor culture is creating that education gap. That's all that is. And you shines not being smart enough to not want to corner a market. You should have listened to Booker T. Washington. Like I read up from slavery. I just couldn't believe this, man. I can't believe that Noggs is this. Well, I can't believe it because you know the elves was behind the other groups, so you know they can. You know, I mean, the man gonna keep a black man down. He's saying it's about home ownership, so you know the banks not being able to say what race or ethnicity they're giving the customers is wrong, apparently. It is an indisputable fact that many banks treat their black customers unequally. The only reason we know this is that banks are required to report demographic data on most mortgage loans. That data is publicly available for anyone who wants to look at it. They think you shine is going to default on it. I mean, we should just go by the credit store. Keep the skin color out of it. Hey man, you got this cutoff, man, or employment. You got to hit these certain points, or it ain't gonna happen to you. Happen for you. Senator Doug Jones from the state of Alabama voted for it. This is what these shines get. See, this is what I don't understand. Instead of going back and forth with who you gonna vote for and stuff like that, you just want to go one side. Once that one side knows they got your vote in their pocket, why would they even do anything for you? They know you're gonna vote for them regardless. It's just like not checkers, shine. Let's be clear, the Democratic Party is only viable because of the black vote. In the 2016 election, 88% of blacks voted for the Democratic candidate, while only 37% of whites voted for Hillary Clinton, according to exit polls by USA Today. Even before the most recent election, according to Pew Research, only 40% of whites identify as Democrats. I mean, Black America, you should ask yourself, why is this? And then ask yourself, why should we be the ones to make a party viable and that same party not listen to any of your wants and needs? This is what we have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with, this dealing and talking to the shine, the Akata, the Nog, the Black American. They ignore these things. Why? I don't know. It's plain as day. It's in the King's English, I believe. I mean, we can get it in Nog speak if you want. What do they call it? Ebonics? Oh no! They upgraded. It's called African American Vernacular, AAVE, I think. Yes, AAVE. Hold on. Let me double check. I think it's AAVE. Yes, African American Vernacular English. They spiced it up for you hoes. If not for black voters, there would not be a Democratic Party. Without the black vote, Dems will lose every election at the local, state, and national levels. I mean, that's where you Negroes live at. You know, black folks only live in certain areas in mass. You know what I mean? To make a goddamn difference. So some places it's not going to matter. But in some cities and states it will, obviously. Yet Democratic politicians repeatedly refuse to stand up for the issues that affect black people the most. They continue to confirm President Donald Trump's federal court appointees who will hear cases of police brutality and voter ID law discrimination, despite the fact he failed to nominate a single African American or Latino judge to the federal bench. They ignored the suggestion that they filibuster every bill until the state Senate and House look at gun control legislation to curb the violence that affects black communities disproportionately. You know why it affects the black community disproportionately? Because our culture, I keep saying we, whatever, I will leave myself, I will put myself, whatever you want to call it. Our culture is trash. Everybody knows it. That's why Nog is out here shooting each other. I've seen in Chicago, they write stories that you know they have all these funerals because you know the gang members shooting each other. They go to the funerals and spray up the procession. Cops say there's so many, there will be shootings at the funerals. The ops go and try to get some more heads on a swivel. It's insane. I just made a video. No, I just put a tweet. Medics, they come to Chicago to treat there, to get some gunshot experience before they go to Afghanistan. That's why the killings is disproportionate. How can the gun, like, it don't even make no sense. If we're all human beings and all this stuff, it's that piss poor culture y'all keep supporting. They caved on the DACA arrivals vote during the recent government shutdown. We often forget how immigration laws disproportionately affect African and Caribbean immigrants. What do you mean disproportionately? What do you mean? None of them are crying about it. Some of the Caribbean, they went to Canada. Trudeau kicked them out. Tried to kick them out. What if we supported valid third-party candidates who aren't beholden to an agenda, beholden to Democrat apologists? What if we, in one single election, wrote in our own choices? What if we stopped participating in the antiquated binary system of choices? Well, this is the best paragraph thing you wrote. What y'all should do, yes, I'm talking to the American Shine, just take over the Green Party. Just bum rush it. Remember how the white folks came with the Tea Party and just bum rushed the show? Held it down? Influenced policies? Influenced politics? It's chestnut checkers, man. Of course, there is argument that if black voters didn't support the Democratic Party, Republicans would take over. Answering that question requires me to switch to all caps. How the hell are we winning now? And like it just said, it don't make no difference. You're doing fine now. You sit there and want to cry and stuff like that. Like, is anybody doing bad now? Don't people I see help wanted ads all day driving around. Help wanted, help wanted. People is hiring. Even UPS is hiring black man and woman. He's out here eating. You got nerve to cry about it. Just keep messing with them. Keep messing with them Democrats, Shine. Keep messing with them. I'll keep telling y'all stop. I mean, just stop. Just stop. I'd rather y'all not vote at all than be like, man, the Democrats gonna save us. They ain't gonna save no black ass for nothing. Y'all saved Alabama. This is what y'all said. Charles Barkley brought his black ass out there and campaigned for him. Y'all fell for the shuck and jive. I told y'all, don't do it. Now y'all know. Listen to Hotep, and you would have figured all that stuff out. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotep. I'm out of here. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your Saturday. Hey, if you can donate or anything else, I appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.